Hello. 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 Alright, looks like it's working. Stream health is looking grim. Alright, if you're if you're ready to start, just say something in the chat real quick. Apparently, I had one watcher. He was here for a couple seconds. That's good. Okay. Mute myself. It's kind of annoying. Mute my sister. I'm streaming. Okay, there you are. Alright. Let the games begin. Alright, so yeah, so I did a little bit of a just a sort of a basic improvement of just the testing room. So I just added, some walls and stuff, and I made the lighting look pretty nice. So it just helps, like to see stuff, and yeah, it looks cool. So all right, yep. So this is still our Tic Tac guy. And I made him some Tic Tac equipment as well, which is in that chest, and then the weapons are in that chest. And so I didn't actually make any like models of anything. I just used like the basic shapes, that are already in the engine. I'm just to get everything working first. Then I'm gonna actually start making the models and stuff, and the textures and whatnot. All right, so start it up. Yeah, so here we are inside our little room. You can do all the same stuff, walk around. Okay. All right, yeah, just making sure the stream's good. Yeah, so over here is the weapons chest, and I fixed it. So now you can reopen chests, and stuff that you've already taken out will not be in there anymore. So that's pretty important. So we're just gonna take all this crap. So yeah, so they don't actually have, like images yet, um, but it's just for testing purposes, right? Like, so this thing can go into one of these slots because it's a usable. So that will be something like a potion or like a hey hey a med kit or something like that. So all right, so let's equip some stuff here. So we have a knife and a sword and shield, and you can see the shield will equip when you put it in. And so we can switch between weapons. This is the knife, it's small. And this is the sword, which is slightly larger. And the cool thing is, if you're trying to do to a block, um, if you don't have a shield equipped, then it'll just use your your weapon model to block. That works with this weapon too, even though that's not really practical, to block with a knife, but whatever. So shield here, and so when you have the shield on, obviously it's going to use the shield to block. So works pretty well. Don't have anything for like the usables yet. Like, I don't think I'm actually I'm going to show those. I think I'm just going to have it so if like you have something selected and you press a button, then it'll just do whatever it's supposed to do. Like increase your health or whatnot. Speaking of the health, I think the hotbar is a little off center. I think I know why. That's a easy fix, but it's not really important right now, so I'm gonna worry about it. And then so this is just a generic stuff thing, so it can just fit into one of these slots. So that would be something like a loot object that that doesn't really have any sort of function, but you can still hold on to, to sell for later. So we'll keep that in here. All right, so here's the cool stuff. So let's put it into order. So we got the helmet, we got the headwear, which would be something like one of those like chainmail sort of like coif things. I think that's what they're called. Leg armor, boots. Here's the pants, shirt, and chest armor. How's the stream doing? Shield render. How would the shield render as a block if you would get hit? I'll probably have the shield kind of like a huckle, like hack a little bit, but I'll think about that. All right, so let's start equipping stuff. So we'll start with the boots, and you can see it's basically, it's not like, so these aren't actual, models. They're just testing sort of representations of what they would be. So we got the boots, put those on. The pants, shirt, looking good. He's got no pants. And there's his little hat thing, which is pretty cool. And now we can start putting on the armor. So this is the helmet and chest armor. So you see it hit slots on top of your shirt thing, So if you were wearing like a leather, or sorry, like chainmail, you could have that on underneath, like some kind of like a plate armor or something, and then leg armor. So now we're fully equipped. You can see if I move around the room, it switches like the reflections and lighting, obviously, because it's just another camera, which is just facing at the player, so it's pretty cool. So if I start moving and I open the inventory, you see it kind of moves slightly. So yeah, it's pretty cool. I like how this is turning out so far. And you can't attack with the shield blocked for balancing reasons, but I might switch that later. And I'm thinking I'm gonna have different attacking animations. This is just like the bare basics right here. Although it would still work for this game. Pretty simple, but yep. Sun out there, nice little room with the reflections. Looks cool. Alright, now let's take off all of our gear. Start from the bottom. Shirt, pants, boots. So now we're just a plain old a mint tic tac again. Alright. Yep, that's it. It's pretty cool. He's got that nice lighting from the room applied to him, which I thought looked pretty cool. So you can just imagine, having different dungeon rooms, with torches on the wall, maybe like lava pits, all that kind of stuff. So it'd be pretty cool. You won't really be seeing a lot of the sunlight in this game. Slight clipping error here, if you can see that. That can be fixed. That's not a big deal though. Now, if you switch this down to a normal screen size, which would be 16 by 9, yeah, you won't even see that. Well, actually, yeah, you can see it slightly, so yeah, I gotta fix that. But, yep, pretty cool. Alright. Inventory is still working. Alright. You should add a little transparent icons for where to place armor, shirts, etc. Yeah, that's definitely something I was gonna have. So for so for the different spots in the inventory, I was gonna have stuff like, yeah, like a little like a shield or something, for the shield spot or something like that. So yeah, I'll have all that. So yeah, it's pretty cool. So next, I gotta think about what to work on next, because I basically have all of the inventory stuff pretty much working right now. So I could start on like the combat and stuff like that with enemies and stuff. Maybe starting the map. I don't know. I think I would want to get down the AI first, but yeah, that's true. Would have something to look forward to if I did that, because it's kind of fun making the maps and stuff. The thing with the map though is I would have to start making the actual rooms and corridors and stuff, to actually be able to put them together into a full map. So I probably won't want to start on that just yet. Oh, a little glitchiness. So you can, this is kind of cool. We can switch the angle of the light. So like if it's way up here, and we bake the lighting again, you can see the room, turns into like a darker sort of style. So this is more of like the lighting that that you would actually find in like a dungeon. So I might have a thing that just this sort of like illuminates like just your actual player model, so you can be able to see the different sort of like equipment and stuff you have on. But let's see how this looks. Let's put on helmet. I'm just putting on the armor. Who cares about the other stuff? Leg armor. That's some fine armor. Yeah, you can see this. This is just a basic capsule, and a sphere, but it's just for show, basically. But yep, it's all working though. So if I had this, as an actual like character model, and these like were actual armor models, it would be all working. So that's the good news. But yeah, player still looks pretty good. What we could do just for fun, we could add a torch. Or, I got a better idea. We could just replace, well, why not make a new item? Let's replace the test sword with our own object. So you see, it's basically just the actual like parent object here, and then the actual like model itself. So if we wanted to make this a torch, like we could make it a little bit shorter, maybe skinnier, so it's more of like a stick. Maybe move it down, because you sort of kind of hold the torch a little bit, up a bit. And then just for easiness, we can just duplicate this. Or actually, it would probably look better if it was a sphere. Let's just create a 3D sphere. Okay, that's obviously too big. Scale it way down. Move it up by the top. See, I don't like how that shows this a light probe. I think we can turn that off. Yep, just turn off light probes on that object. I mean, because that's, yeah, this, you won't actually have to have it on that anyways, because it's just going to be like an actual like a light source. It's not like something that receives light, something that emits light. So we'll just create a quick material here. Call it torch underscore EM. That's not an underscore. Great. How's chat? Maybe start. Yeah. Light goes into holes of the dungeon. Oh yeah. I was thinking of having like skylights and stuff, occasionally. That would make it look pretty neat. All right, let's finish this torch up. Sonic ether, emissive, textured. What the frack? There we go. Gotta get like a orangey glow. We can save this color here. Emission gain, probably pretty gainy. And then what we'll do is we'll just create a quick light, point light. Whoa! He's the dungeon master. Range, you want the range to be high, but you can decrease the intensity as you need. Because that way the light will still be able to reach everything, but it just might not be as shiny. I don't know, how bright do you think a torch really is? Like this? I feel like sometimes torches aren't too bright and sometimes they are more bright, but whatever. Alright, so let's unpack this prefab. We'll call it this. This was a good idea to do this. Test torch. And we'll put it into prefabs, test objects, test torch. Boom. Now, we got to make another test item. We can just duplicate the test sword. We'll call it test item underscore torch. Open the prefab. Replace the test torch with the test sword with the test torch. Keep the tag or the type to weapon. We'll call it testing torch, and we'll switch the name to torch. Next step is to add it to one of the chests so we can get it from somewhere. Also, do I have debug on? No, good. I'm going to put it in the weapons chest, so just add another slot and add in the test torch. Now, if everything went according to plan, we should be able to get ourselves a torch from here. Would you look at that? Looks a little bit interesting. Also, you can see there's a little bit of a artifacts on the ground over there. That's from the screen space of reflection. There's not much you can do to fix that because that's just sort of how it works. But I don't think that's going to be too much of a big deal. In the actual game, because the ground's going to be more of like a mat and not this reflective. Put on the helmet, you can see the reflections of the light and all the armor and stuff, so that looks cool. Yeah, nice. The torch. I'm going to boost the emission gain on that torch. See how that looks. Probably just look incredibly shiny. What the fuck? It's not doing it. What the fuck? Bloom. Put that first, maybe? I forget if I had that first or if it came after. Okay, apparently it's first. Now, yeah, it's like a sun in our hand. Alright, we gotta turn it down a bit. Take it down, take it down. That looks more like fire. Still a little bit bright. Incredibly bright. Doesn't look right. Turn down the emission gain. It's hard, because you have to go back into the game every time. But that looks more reasonable. It's not really a torch, it's more of like a wand that glows. Glowing wand. But yeah, it looks cool. Alright, well, yeah, that's sort of like the basics of, how to add another weapon in the game. You can see it's very easy to do that with the system I made, so works pretty well as long as you set up all of the parameters and stuff right. It only takes you like a minute or two to create like a new item and then add it into one of the tests in the game. Obviously it would take longer, if you had to make like the image and stuff, and then you have to make like the textures in the models, of the weapon. So obviously that would take time. But just sort of like setting it up is pretty quick with this system here. Armor parent, yeah. So these are where the armor bits will sort of like attach. Let me just 3D icons sometimes are too cancer because they're really big. I'm gonna turn those things off. All right, yeah. So like if we switch the position of these, then it'll switch where they sort of get like attached onto your body. So like if we move the headwear and the helmet down, or let's just move it up, just to show what it looks like. So yeah, if you try to put this back on, see it gets shifted up because that's where the parent object is. So basically, like I'm gonna have it. How these things are basically just going to stay in the same spot. Bring it down. There we go. And so the way I have it here is each of the equipment objects will have its own sort of offset, because each of the models is going to be a little bit different from each other, so it's hard just like to line them up in like the right spots just by using these, because then it would apply to every object, which you wouldn't want. So I have a system where each of the individual objects has its own sort of offset amounts, so it'll work like that. My mom's calling me. God damn it. What? No, Mama, I'm in the middle of something. Hold on. Happens every time, I swear to God. Alright, let's get the lighting back to the way it was. Oh, it's nice and bright. Looks cool. Yeah, alright, well, that's pretty much all I have right now. Let me just update this changes. What did I do? Added torch. Well, not really a torch. Testing torch. Item. Did we do anything else? No. Obviously save the scene. We did switch the lighting, but I kind of switched it back, so I'm not going to add that. You can see the update history in here. Added torch, finished equipment manager, containers can now be reopened. That was a big thing. It's not as easy as it seems. Added testing apparel, shield can be switched, improved lighting in testing room, added testing sword and shield. This is yesterday. Added sword and shield, set up weapon model switching, so that's when you switch things, from your inventory. Prepared to add equipment manager for switching armor and shield. Actually, the shield ended up using a different thing than the equipment manager, but semantics. Reorganize inventory, added weapon and shield slots, added all item types to the enumerator, and then the initial commit was before I started using this this system. Oh yeah, speaking of, I gotta fix that issue where when you're in the widescreen mode, the hotbar is not in the right place. Interesting. You can't even see it right here. Because I think it's because it got shifted down. It's kind of annoying. What the fuck? You see it? Oh yeah, see the health slider is centered on the center bottom. So I think if we just change the position to the usable weapons bar, see, it's still fracked. So I gotta look at it from the bigger picture out here. It's kind of annoying, but I hate how this thing is like a huge ass screen right here, I wish they had a different system for this, but whatever. Yeah, see, these got moved. I don't know how that happened. I swear to God, I had nothing to do with that. But it's pretty easy to fix. You just move them around like this. And I don't know if it was perfectly lined up. Let's turn on the inventory. I'll just line it up with the inventory. And then the health slider just kind of goes where it goes. It's sort of in line like this. So these two are kind of same little inset. And the health bar comes out slightly from that. But I don't know. Health bar, I don't know what I'm going to do with the health bar in the end. Probably just line it up with the edges here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You can never get it perfectly centered. This should be the center right here. So as long as it's kind of aligned. I don't know. I'm thinking for this kind of spot right here, I'm going to have a different sort of bar. But I don't know. I guess for right now, we can just put that in the center, and we can just why not? That looks cool. Oh, yeah, and if I press a button, you get oof, 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 oof. Wow, I'm getting really hurt. I'm dead. And nothing happens once you die, so that's kind of sad. This happens. Jeez. And this happens too. But that's alright. It's easy. It's an easy fix. Alright. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. Alright. I will see you later. I'm gonna turn off the stream, so have a good one.